Good morning, guys. Uh, if you're gonna do self-reporting, that's where the passkey is. And starting Monday, it's not optional. I'm not gonna take attendance personally. You're gonna self-report using the passkey, and it will always appear there. Starting Monday, your groups are gonna be operational because I may give you group work during lecture. And obviously, next Wednesday, we're gonna have Jeopardy on chapter 2. Uh, your stuff is gonna be posted somewhat early-ish in the morning tomorrow, so you'll have essentially 5 days to do it. No, 4.5 days. Uh, I'm dividing into 3 lessons: balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow. You have to complete each of them, and each of them will have 3 mini quizzes, 3 to 4 questions each. And if it questions are either true, false, obviously you get 1 attempt on that. It may be fill in the blank, typically for definitional stuff. You get up to 5 attempts for those, but at every attempt, you're going to lose 1 point out of 10. And numerical questions will be open ended. Again, you get 5 attempts on those as well. But you can do the whole quizzes as many times as you want. Every time you're going to get a new set of random questions or randomly selected questions. There's nothing random about the questions themselves. Let's see, Atkins, Andrew Butto, Andrew Butto, Justin Bowling, Kendrick, Cody, Brendan, Nicholas, Isaac, Danny, Boone, Ducker, Garrett, Cameron, Ethan, Bryce, Abe, Abe Lincoln. He has not dropped the class. Braden, Jennings, William Jennings, King, Abigail, Madden, Dylan Madden. You guys do know that attendance at a minimum is 10%, right? Allison, that's the direct percentage. Shania Martin, McFan, Jose, corrected your last name, Miralles. If you were Colombian, I would have called you Miralles. I don't know why those guys have created that. It's a general South American thing. But if you're Spaniard, it's Miralles. Morgan, well, I guess you're happy with that picture since you're not sending me one. Brett, Phibbs, James Phibbs, Zach, Rosenberger, Rose Mountaineer, Jonas, Schmidt, Sexton, Addison, Nile, Aiden, and Leonard is excused today, and York. Let's save that. Come on. All right. As promised, today we're going to build a spreadsheet at a minimum to calculate present and future values of an annuity and we'll do some interesting problems with that. Just briefly, and since you guys had one less class, the lecture that I'm going to do for my other section, I'm going to also post that as well. I mean, you're not responsible for any of these. These are just simply preliminary stuff, but that's going to make everything more automatic. So I suggest that you watch those videos. Let's see. Who knows what an annuity is? Have you heard about something called an annuity? All right, you're supposed to have heard these things in your accounting classes and stuff, but an annuity, an example would be car loan payments. You make equal amount of payments for a finite period of time, or mortgage payments. Anytime you get a loan from a bank for a certain term, it typically is in the form of an annuity, equal periodic payments for a finite period of time. I chose the word finite on purpose. There's also an infinite version of that. We call that a perpetuity. Okay. It will come up a lot when we do stock valuation and stuff. Let's do some notation. With $C, we're going to denote periodic payments, such as you pay $200 a month for your car loan. T is number of years of payment. R is the annual percentage rate. The so-called period interest rate then would be, oh, let me define something else first. Little f is number of payments in a 12-month period. Payments are annual, that would be 1. If it's quarterly, 4. Monthly, 12. Certain car loans you can do 2 payments a month, then F would be 24. And the so-called period interest rate is R divided by F, and number of total payments is T times F. So if I'm doing a 7-year monthly loan, I have 84 payments, okay? And without going into how, by PVA, I'm going to denote present value of an annuity. By FVA, I'm going to denote future value of annuity. You know, if you start saving $200 a month starting end of the first month for 40 years, you can earn 8% APR on that. How much money you will have when you retire 40 years from now? That's the future value we're interested in. Okay. We have actually ugly formulas for these. I'm just putting them here for completeness, but I suggest that you conveniently forget about it. That's the formula for present value of an annuity, future value of an annuity. Similar. just like single shots, present value. If I told you one of five things, uh, cash, frequency, APR, and length of time, and PVA, you can solve for the other one, right? And I'm not going to write the formulas for those. In fact, solution for R and T is not even in closed form. Excel has functions for those, but we're going to use only one. I'm going to make one addition to this. We're going to add something called $B. This will be a balloon payment for present value purposes. And it will be a starting value or beginning value for future value purposes. You may have a loan that says, okay, you're going to pay me $150 a month instead of 200, but at the end of 7 years, you're going to give me another $10,000, just in bulk item. It's called a balloon payment. Or if you're going to figure out how much money we will have when we retire, you're going to say, okay, my grandma left me 10 grand. I'm starting with that. Starting at the end of this month or first period, I'm going to save $200 every month. I can earn 8% APR on my investments. How much money will I have in my account when I retire? That is, an interesting problem, right? So I'm going to revise these. So PVA is going to be all that other thing plus $B over 1 plus R over F, T times F. And FVA is going to be all that other stuff plus $B times